Hey guys, it's Nospaniol again. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how now we can view the data. So if you remember last time we had something like this and we added some data. So in an instance where you want to create, you want to get data from this table, from the database we had created. So in this instance, let us cancel everything. So we will create another package. So you can decide to rename this package, but I'll not change it anything. So I'll create just a new Java package, and I'll say view data. So that's the name of our new Java package, and finish. So and also create a new empty FXML. So other and select JavaFX empty FXML. Next, I'll type in the name of the FXML name. So our FXML name is let us just call it after the package. So view data and select next. Obviously, we'll be using the Java controller. Select finish, and then now open this FXML file in the scene builder. We want to edit. So this one will be viewing this data using a table. So once that we have, I think we have something reasonable already. So what we'll be adding is a VBox, because there are only 3 columns that we'll be adding. Most of whatever we added in the table will be learning in a later note. But for now, we want only to view the name, the residence, and the contact we added. So I'll cancel this, and then now I will add a table. So since you have done that, now we'll add a table view. This table view, let's drag and drop into the VBox. We want to see the information that we have. So once you select this table view, come first and select it, this constraint size, and put a constraint size policy so that everything, every column should be equal to each other. And then come to the layout, vgrow, inherit it as always. Then expand this table view, and this table column you can just duplicate it, because first one you want to rename it and say names, and then the second one should be the phone number, and the third one should be the residence. So that's it. After doing that, now we have to give this table view an ID. So select the entire table view, come to the code, the FX ID. We will give it an ID like contact view. Contact view, since we'll be viewing contacts. The first column of names, let us give it names, and then this one just give it phone. Then the residence will just give it residence. So once that is done, let us now resize this application. Come here and make the controller. So we have some database, some data here. So as I have done in most of in the table view tutorial I have done earlier, and this is how JavaFX applies. We'll have to set a data model for supplying data. Even before writing any code, we'll have to set a class. We will create a class. So I'll create a public static class, and I will call it contact. And in this class, so I'll just put some curly brackets, and then here I'll have to type create some strings. So I'll create a private final simple string property. So this is how we create. So if you don't know how to create a table view, I've done a simple tutorial of how to create a table view, but this is just a simple. You can just learn it from here again, but I have done in much depth in a later tutorial, and even how to get the data from the selected table item. So simple string property, and then I'll call this one name. Then I'll just do some imports first, and I'll import the simple string property. I'll copy this one, paste it here, and also this one, I'll paste it here. So the second one will be the phone, the third one the database. So that's said and done. We will now create a constructor of this class, which will be setting this constructor will set us the data model. So public contact, and here I'll type in the type of parameters. I'll type in the parameters. So the first one will be string name. The second will be, I've just decided to name it after the values of the simple string property to avoid a lot of confusion. So once you do that, now you can see the error disappeared, but this constructor is not complete until we initialize all the strings that we have mentioned above as the simple string property. So string name equals to new simple string property. So here I'll just type in name. Now that we have that simple string property, yeah. So when you do that, now copy this and paste it here, and also paste it here. So here I'll type in the string font, and this one equals to the string font. And then the last one here, I'll type it res, then it will be res. So once you do that, now come here, you will be getting right click, insert a code, and then get a getter. Now select this contact class and delete this one. But here the return type, want to change the return type, want it to return strings, not the simple string property. So string, then just paste it here, just paste it here. But you see we have to get the value of the rest, because this rest.get is a simple string property. So now that you have done that, this name is a string property. That's why when you have to return a string return type from a string property, you have to take the simple string property dot get. This dot get method, it will get the string value from the simple string property. So once you do that, now we have already set the data model. Now come copy this class, just paste it here. Here we're also placing at the first question mark, just replace it with the class, and then here type the data value, it will be only copy, paste, and then after doing that, now the next thing now is a method. First, even before going to the codes, to the SQL codes, we'll create a method to initialize the columns. So initialize, initiate columns. So now that we've done that, let us now initiate the columns. So first of all, take the name of the database, of the table column, nouns, and then here you set the cell value factory, this one, and then here new property value factory, then just type in this. So that's it, and then type in the name of this column that it will be taking. So the value name, just type in here name, then do some imports. Let us import the property value factory, and then once you do that, now let us copy this and then paste it here, paste it here. So for the first, the second one, it was called residence, something like that. I'm not confused. So residence. Remember, the order doesn't matter, because what matters is how it was organized in the constructor here, the residence. So just type in, make sure that whatever you want to go to this column is the same string value that you type here in the constructor. So residence, string residence, whatever will be placed in this constructor at the third one, it will be placed into this column residence. So the third residence column named phone, its string correspondent is phone. Now that we have done almost everything, let us now create another thing. What we're going to create is a method that will be loading data of the contacts. So let us call this method private load data. So into brackets, I'll type in the query. So I'll type in string query, and here I'll just type in the query. I'll say select from contact. So I'll be selecting everything from contact, no specifications. So I'll select from contact. Now here I'll put a try catch statement. So try catch statements, because inside the try catch statement I'll be placing some SQL commands. So I'll type in SQL exceptions. So I'll do first the inputs, since you have not imported SQL exceptions. SQL exceptions ex. It's okay. First of all, let us type in the SQL commands first. So we will prepare a prepared statement. So I'll define a prepared statement, and I'll type it my name. So prepared statement into quotes, I'll just type in the name. First of all, I'll type in the name of the class, the class that holds the database handler. Then I'll create a connection. Then I'll prepare statement. This one, I'll prepare a statement with a query. Then after doing that, now let us do some inputs, and I'll import this one. And then after doing that, now let us now get the result set. So I'll get the result set, and I may as well call it results. Now you execute the query. So this one, you execute the query with no parameters. So after doing that, now let us import first the result set, and you say while the result set operates. So while that result set is still valid, meaning while it gets the contacts from the contacts table, while there are still some information, let it do this. So what we want, first we'll be loading some data into the table, meaning we will need a new observable list. So let me create here an observable list, and I'll name it list is equals to the FX collections observable array list. So I'll do some imports. I'll import the FX collections, the observable list, and I'll also import the FX collections. So FX collections. So after doing that, now let us import these SQL exceptions. So here it should be SQL exception. Remember, typing errors or grammatical errors in Java can cause you a lot of a great deal. So always be very careful when you are typing such commands in Java. So after doing that, now that we have created an observable list, let us add this into the observable list. So list, you add all, then here you add into the data model of the class contact, and add the values. Then you get the string of the first column. So the string, and you will be getting the string of the first column, that is name. Then after doing that, now comma, you can copy the second string that will be taken here, and here I'll type in the phone, because in our order the phone was the next thing, and then the residence. Remember, I'm telling you that the type of format that will be displayed in the table will matter with how you arrange it in the constructor. So make sure the parameters are according to the constructor, because you are adding it to this constructor contact. So once you've done that, now I think you're good to go. The next thing to do is now displaying. Here you just display the error by just saying system out print. So I want to print the message here, and then now I'll add everything. So to avoid duplicate data, the first thing to do, we could have done here, was to remove anything that was inside the observable list to avoid duplicate data. So I'll remove anything inside the observable list. So when I do that, now let me add this now the data into the table view. So remember, the table view is called contact view. Get items, set all, and then set all the observable list. So that's correct. End with the semicolon. So once you do that, now let us call this method here when you initialize the application, so that this can be initialized at the start of the application. So there's another thing we are missing out. So I'll also initiate the columns before even loading the data. So we have not instantiated the database handler, the database class. So I'll call the database class first. So database handler. So this is important to make an instance of the database, because if you don't make an instance of the database, it will be null, meaning it will not load any data, and it will give out an error message, meaning there will be some errors created, because a statement cannot get information from a null application or null class. So let us instantiate this class, and I'll call handler database handler get instance. Now we want to run the method get instance in the database handler class instance. Now that we have done that, now I think we're good to go. I can't get the error that's here, so let us just assume it's just the ID. So we will be building our application, but here we have a problem, so we just follow it. So we have to find the error. So I'll just have a double check on this code. We have to set the cell value factory. So yeah, that's the key. So let's just paste, make some changes here. So I think now the error has gone because that was a simple error. So you set the cell value factory. So this one, it sets the data from the table to the table. It sets the data into the table. This one implements whatever has been set to the table. So that's it. Now that we have done everything correctly, let us run the application. Run the application. But this it doesn't have a main class. So what I'll do, I'll just copy the main class from the contacts package. I just copy this one. So I'll copy it and paste it. Refactor copy obvious, and then we'll just rename it and let us call it view data. Always remember to refactor so that it can make the changes. Cannot rename, then it's okay. We'll just change whatever it will be carrying. So package, just change the package manually. So view data, that is the package. And then you can decide also. So you can save and then come here and change the resource. So it will be carrying view data. So remember, you can just decide to rename. I don't know why it didn't rename, but so it's okay. It doesn't affect anything. So long as you type in the name of the new resource it's supposed to be carrying in this package, and you type in the new package it's supposed to be, there should be no error. So run this application, build this application. And just now run file. And here we go. So remember, we added some data here, and these are the results of whatever we had added. So you can decide and add any application, so from any package. So just to double check, let's run this file. I'll type in the name of the project, another name. So let me type in Bruno Mars residence. I don't know where Bruno Mars lives, so I'll just type in New York. The mobile number +1, something like that, and then let us add this information. Once it is successfully added, I'll just come here, run the file again. Here we go. So that was a success, and now you know how you can view data. So in the next tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can edit and modify data in JavaFX. So thank you for watching this video, and let us meet in the next tutorial.